So listen. So at this particular reunion that we're going to have, and you know exactly who I'm speaking to, we're going to have the girls perform. All right. We're going to do, I was going to say an A and B selection, not an A and B selection, but two routines. And then I'm going to do my routine because that was a special request. Now, we've been speaking and we've been talking about things in the world and things that's going on. We're going to address those particular things in a very wise way. We're going to, when there's an elephant in the room, right? Many people want to overlook the elephant and pretend like it's not in the room. Well, there's an elephant in the room. And the elephant is that there are some things that we have to address, as we spoke about as a community, as a family, with just different aspects of the particular elements of the world as it deals with the global society, as it deals with ethics, as it deals with just people understanding their place and remaining in that place. And so some things is just like a puzzle. You have to put a puzzle back in its place. And so that's where we are when thinking about society. We talk about cars staying in your lane, but they're also, as people, we have a place. And when we get out of place, then we have to get back in place in order to be aligned. Because once we get out of place, then we're subjected. I couldn't get that out. Yeah, we're subjected to things that we may not want to be subjected to. So we have to make sure that with this puzzle, that we put those pieces back where they originally belong. Now, speaking of the activities that we were speaking about, um, you know, some good things that we can have is in regards to, we talked about the jumpy house, but with jumpy house is very, it's COVID season, so that's not a good idea at all. Music, of course, is always great. You have to social distance. You have to make sure that you have a certain amount of people present. You always have to wear your masks. Uh, you have to wash your hands and things of that nature. So all of that is going to happen. So when we talk about the shirts will be in probably another week, but I do have some samples, and I will show that on our page for those particular samples. And we're going to have some educational and some theological, ethical, um, speaking engagements on Zoom and also on this particular platform. Now, we have some individuals who are in our circle, who are in our family, who have pages. I have, if you go to our blog, our family blog, I have placed those individuals in a box. Please go and like their page. The more individuals they have for this dancing gig, the better it is. Because what happens is within these competitions, we all work as a team, right? But then individually, they want to honor these particular students. And so we have some within our family that we want to make sure that they get honored. And so what they're asking for is they're asking for your participation, which is just basically like their page, and go to their page, make comments and things of that nature, and encourage them. It's basically an encouragement to our young people, because our young people need encouragement in order to keep doing well. Some of them are already motivated, but others need that encouragement. Everyone needs encouragement. So please be sure to do that. There are going to be many different competitions. We're going to have individuals who we'll be working with through Zoom. Now, due to COVID, we want to make sure we always practice those safety measures and things of that nature. And so we'll be looking at numbers, making sure, checking temperatures, things of that nature. Now, during the competitions, we can only take 5 individuals. This does not mean that these are the 5 individuals that will go all the time, but these are the individuals that were selected for this particular competition because they had these particular skills. And so it's 5 at a time due to COVID. And with that, once we get into the big space, remember When I traveled to Utah, there was a huge space. It was a huge auditorium, and it could seat literally about 10,000 people. It was huge. And I have a picture of it. I'll show it to you. But it was a huge place, and people were able to really spread out. And so when we go to those type facilities, we can take everyone and people can just spread out. But when we go to these little auditoriums, that can seat 500 people maybe or 1,000, then we have to be very cognizant. So we take five. And so the same five will not attend every time, but they will attend some. And so just be aware of that, and be aware that they will be presenting at our get together. They will also be presenting at various venues. So when you hear about our team, please support them, whether it's just on their pages, just making a nice comment, or just showing up. Of course, there is a limit to the individuals who show up. If you show up, you know, great. We have something that you can sign to say you was there, and maybe just leave an encouraging word, but we're going to really give it our best. So everyone knows my email is emony_love@yahoo.com. We have newsletters. There's so many great things that's going on. One of the things that I was telling individuals that I really want to focus on, God's will, in 2021 is the dance. I really want to focus on, I am in several different programs, boards with education, boards with health and fitness and safety. And so I'm going to really put my time into that because I'm passionate about education. I'm passionate about the fact of dance. And so what we want to do is create many different dance venues around the world. And I say world, and I don't say it lightly, because we want to train individuals to train the students and the individuals who come to our schools, dance schools. We want them to train them to become background dancers. Some of the individuals who actually attend our workshops in our schools just want the help. Some of them are cheerleaders, and then some of them want to be professional dancers. And so we train to the highest extent. You'll receive a booklet, you'll receive one-on-one training. We have many different stations. And so you will get that expertise where those moves will be crisp and they will be very neat and articulate and strategic, and you will have that poise. And so we learn all of this via Zoom. We go through those steps. I'll take you through some of those steps a little bit later. Family, so that you'll see what actually happens when we actually come online and we actually illustrate and demonstrate dance to the students, because you can actually learn how to be a great dancer through Zoom as well. But it's nothing like being in that space and just being able to move freely. All right, so that's all I have for right now. I just want to check in with you. I'll be checking in with you guys on a daily basis. Looking forward to it. I know that we have to social distance, so we got to do that. And the shirts, as I said before, will be in next week. I have samples that I will put on our page. And please support our family members who are in the dance, in our group, because all they need is individuals to like their pages, keep up with them, and say encouraging words. When we have different events, if you want to sponsor them, like some of you said, that's fine. We have more than 5 girls, so select who you want to sponsor, and we'll go from there. So y'all know my email, emony_love@yahoo.com. Stay in touch. We'll be on Zoom tomorrow, so I will not be getting on here. I will be on Zoom with you guys. And so that's it. All right, and thank y'all so much for for attending. And if you have pictures of our different performances, go ahead and put them on our blog, because family members want to see them. So go ahead and do that, and that'll be great. Thank y'all.